Good, good, good. Oh, I can't hear myself. What did Joe do to my thing here? Oh, it's because this is quiet. There we go. Better? Good? All right. Turn this down a little bit. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Plover for tonight's non-league amateur baseball game as we are underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. Just trying to monkey with some stuff here before we get all figured out. Brendan Huber to lead things off, followed by Nathan Kromenacher, Peyton Nelson, Caden Nelson. Is that right? Oh, Caden Sengbush. I don't know why I put Caden Nelson. That was going to be roped down the third base line. That's a fair ball and a base hit. Brendan Huber with extra bases to lead things off, and a leadoff double for Brennan here in the first inning. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair service with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Nathan Kromenacher now, the runner at second, and nobody out. Huber takes third on the pass ball. Plover in their quote-unquote retro. Everybody's got misfit jerseys on tonight. Kromenacher looks at a strike. And I believe it's 1 ball and 1 strike. No, one on and nobody out. Steve Maves alongside Olivia Zimmerman here tonight. Squares the bunt, third base side, and foul. It's 1-2. Mission accomplished. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nathan Kromenacher. Brendan Huber stands at third with nobody out. Tried to check his swing. It's a wild pitch, and Brendan Huber will score the first run for Wisconsin Rapids here tonight. The pitcher for Plover is Gavin Renwick for the Pterodactyls tonight. And the bases are empty, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nathan Kromenacher. Plover coming into today at a mark of 3-5-1 on the year. That one tie came at Everest. It got rained out late. It was a tie game. Foul ball off of Kromenacher. They're 3-3 in the BABA, the South Central Division. They'll be at Clintonville on Friday and at New London on Sunday. Two balls and 2 strikes to Nathan Kromenacher. Kromenacher fouls that one off into the parking lot and out of play. Remains 2-2. Give you the defense behind Renwick here in just a second. Beautiful Veterans Memorial Park here in Plover. That one misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. John Carlson in left. Bennett Klisch in center. Very familiar name. Carter Stanton in right. 3-2. Kromenacher, slow roller over to second. Picked up by Gladusky. And will retire Nathan Kromenacher on the 4-3 ground out. From third to first goes Bailey Houston at third. Brady Houston at short. Matthew Gladusky at second, and Wyatt Blaskowski at first. Cam McCarrier, the catcher for the Pterodactyls, head coached by Jason Jones. A little shower through the area before the game. We're good to go here now. Bring up Peyton Carlson, and he ropes one past the third baseman, Bailey Houston, and he's going to try for 2, and he's going to be thrown out. trying to stretch it into a double. Peyton Carlson a single, and then out at second, where there's 2 away. That one got past Houston over at third. I think we had a pretty gosh darn good look at it. It's a hot corner, and he's been scorched a couple of times already over at third base. But that'll bring up Caden Sengbush. Still flabbergasted that I put Caden Nelson on here. It's all right. Last time we saw Caden Sengbush against Pittsville, he hit a 2-run home run in Wisconsin Rapids last week. There's a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That was the night that Olivia abandoned us. Wasn't at the Quadplex with us. Had some crazy games last week. Sengbush flies this one to shallow center. Klisch over on it, and will make the catch to end the first inning. A run on a hit, on a couple of hits. No errors and nobody left. We played a half an inning. Scoreboard's all wacky up there. We got to score 1-0 Rapids. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, let's try this again here. Jordan Tibbetts on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids. One of the first times that I saw Jordan pitch was before they had the turf quadplex in Wisconsin Rapids, and they were still playing Legion games over at Witter Field. I think it was against Stevens Point. Jordan Tibbetts threw a no-hitter against the Stevens Point Sixers in a Legion baseball game. If you know anything about Jordan, I don't know anything right now, but when he was a high school kid, not a man of many words, and seems like a lot of the young gentlemen are a few words, and Jordan was just that night. But got to see Jordan throw a no-hitter in one of his first games with the Rapids Rangers. Matthew Gladusky to lead things off here for the Plover Pterodactyls. First one misses high to Gladusky. Matt Gladusky, Wyatt Blaskowski, a couple of Amherst kids, former Amherst kids. Bennett Klisch, of course, a Spash and former Stevens Point Sixer, I believe. I don't think he was a Plover Black Sox. And Tibbetts behind 3-0. Kevin Jastrzomski, Bailey and Brady Houston, John Carlson, Cam McCarrier, and Carter Stanton. And a 4-pitch walk to begin the game to Matthew Gladusky will bring up Wyatt Blaskowski. Wyatt, a Marion College, right? Marion College or Marion, I think it's college. Marion University. One of those two. A pitcher for Marion. There's his first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Other games tonight. We start early here tonight. I like it. Other games tonight on the network. DC Everson, Wisconsin Rapids Legion. Blaskowski looks at a strike in the outside corner. Two teams that coming off of two very different results last night in their respective Legion games. As Tibbetts kicks and fires home, and this is low and away. Wisconsin Rapids coming off of a 3-0 win over Marshfield, with our buddy Brett Simonson throwing a one-hit shutout. Didn't give up a hit until the 7th inning. Blaskowski lines that one out of play. Probably going to hit Olivia's car down there. And then DC Everest coming off of a tough loss to the Anago Typhoon. The 1-2 to Blaskowski. Fouled straight back into the screen, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. They are underway at Simon. They are underway at Simon Field in Schofield. I said this before. Again, still kind of surprised, but Nate Langben is pitching this summer for Everest. He's pitching tonight against Wisconsin Rapids. And Brett Simonson is at first base with nobody out in the top of the first up at DC Everest. The Plover Black Sox lost again last night against Merrill. That was going to be knuckled foul and out of play. Stevens Point Sixers walked off Wausau last night. I think those were our 6 Wisconsin Valley Conference Legion teams. 2-2 to Blaskowski, and Tibbetts steps off. And now they got Gladowski in between. Tibbetts to second. Sengbush is going to, or that's Fonte, I believe. Oh, that is Sengbush. Now Byer pump fakes. Now Fonte. Fonte to Huber, and they're going to tag Gladowski on the helmet. Garrett Huber coming in from right field and making the play. Goodness, let's see if we get this right. I don't even want to guess. 1, 6, 3, 4, 9, I believe, on the putout. There's 1 away. Eliminated a leadoff walk, and now Tibbetts back out of the windup. And Blaskowski, again, staying alive is Wyatt. And this is just going off of, we appreciate Nathan Kromenacher and Jason Jones's handwriting in their lineups. Nothing against our buddy Brendan Retzloff or anything. But again, just goes off of legible handwriting. He's got Cannon Plavman, P-L-A-V, instead of Plowman. But again, if you can't read it, can't do anything about it. The 3-2. Going to be hit over to Sengbush at short. Takes a wicked hop and retires Blaskowski after a nice battle there. And there's 2 away for Bennett Klisch. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Feld's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasoned decor, and so much more. Feld's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. That was going to be hit hard to left center. Drifting over and making the nice play is Carlson to end the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 1 complete. 1-0 Rapids. Back to Plover after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo, Rocky Rococo.
Tyler Byer to lead things off, followed by Ryan Searing and Gavin Obremski. We kind of joked around about it, but Jordan Tibbetts on the mound to have a catcher. Again, nothing against Caden Sengbush. He did a nice job as the fill-in catcher, and Ryan Searing and the likes, but there's nothing quite like having a catcher like Gavin Obremski, who just came off of a state runner-up with Mosinee, and one of the best baseball players to ever go through Mosinee High School, and now he's playing for the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks. Rapids 5-0 on the year to start. As Byer looks at a strike, Tyler, a UWSP baseball player. I don't think he's graduated yet. Part of the World Series team a couple of years ago for the Pointers. The Warhawks from Whitewater, runners-up in Division III baseball this year. That was going to be hit to center. Klisch a long run. It's going to fall in front of him. And a leadoff base hit for Tyler Byer. We'll bring up his buddy Ryan Searing. I don't see Al here. Good thing, because I forgot to get him a hat. He's been asking for a Zaleski Sports hat for 2 years, and maybe someday. I'll get him one at some point. Byer leads from first for Searing, and Ryan looks at a strike. And then the big bopper, the lefty, Gavin Obremski on deck. Tyler not a threat to run at first. Searing out in front, and it's 0-2. 3:28 down the lines here at Veterans Memorial Park. 3:72 to center field. As you saw on the ground ball by Nathan Kromenacher, the grass relatively long here. That one's going to get past the catcher, McCarrier. The grass relatively long, slowed the ball down a lot on the ground ball. And then you saw the wicked bounce for Sengbush at short. Runner at second and nobody out. Searing knuckles it behind first. Blaskowski with a couple feet in the grass. The sand grass change there, makes a nice catch, and there's one away for Gavin Obremski. It's that big elbow pad on the right elbow of Gavin, the left-handed hitter. First offering to Gavin is good for a strike. Again, the pitcher for Plover, Gavin Renwick. Gavin Obremski going to Rock Valley to play baseball. Byer leads from second with one out. A low one in, 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm going to rely on Olivia a lot tonight because the scoreboard up above right field is not on. They had some trouble with it and just decided to turn it off. Obremski way out in front. Renwick had him guessing, and it's 1-2. Pretty good with keeping track of outs. The count might be hit or miss here. Pun intended. 1-2 here to Obremski. Obremski slow roller to second. That's Gladusky. He's going to be out at first. A bang-bang play. And there's 2 away now for Fonte. I think Ben's playing second base tonight. They had him at third base. Nathan Kromenacher is over at third now. Obremski grounds out in his first at-bat as a Red Hawk, and that'll bring up Ben Fonte with a runner at third. And 2 outs. Renwick back out of the windup. High to Fonte. Garrett Huber waiting on deck. And it's something I bring up quite a bit, maybe too often during the summertime because we enjoy baseball. Chopper to Houston at short, and that'll end the second inning. We'll get into more of it. What's coming up in 2 months from tomorrow. More on that when we get back to Plover. Nothing across for Wisconsin Rapids in the second. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
From security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Followed by Bailey Houston and Brady Houston for Plover here in the second. Speaking of Mosinee, the aforementioned Mosinee Indians high school baseball team, Keegan Jerschley, a member of the Everest Legion team this year. Gavin Obremski here, not playing Legion this year. Jastrzomski over to Kromenacher at third. Strong throw, and Byer with a nice stretch for the first out. 1 up and 1 down for Bailey Houston, the third baseman. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more information. First one bounces in there from Tibbetts, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. The other game that we have on the network tonight is Plover and Stevens Point. Mike Wenlant and Brandon Bierencott on the call of that one, with Katie Lechten producing. Popped up and out of play, straight back, and it's 1-2. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight on Zaleski Sports. Mentioned something that probably talk about a little too often during the summertime, because we enjoy baseball a whole lot here on Zaleski Sports. But 2 months from tomorrow, 8 weeks from tomorrow, is our first high school football broadcasts of the year. Again, we have Legion and amateur ball during the summer. As a slow roller over to third, Kromenacher again steps and throws and retires Houston on the ground out. That'll bring up Brady Houston, the shortstop. Legion Regionals start in 4 weeks. Legion State in 5 weeks. Redhawks Regionals in 6 weeks. Get a week off for training, and training usually happens during high school football scrimmage days. And then August 20th, 21st maybe, as Houston flies this one to right field. Huber giving it a chase and out of play. And then high school sports right around the corner again as Houston lines this one to right center field. And a 2-out base hit for Brady Houston. That'll bring up John Carlson, the left fielder. Again, a lot of games, I think, from the start of high school football last year. It may have even been from August 1st when our season really gets going on Zaleski Sports, or counts, depending on who you talk to. As Carlson looks at a strike. Maybe it's from the first high school football game, because that's usually our first broadcasts. Sometimes there's volleyball before that, typically not. But from the start of football to the end of high school baseball this year, I think Jason counted, maybe not Jason, somebody counted. It's easy to go back on YouTube and do all that stuff. But it was north of 1,200 games this year. Pick off to first, and Houston is back. I think before the state baseball and softball tournaments, it was just over 1,200 games this year. And then we have Legion and amateur baseball this summer. Carlson behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, a very successful year on Zaleski Sports. Covered a lot of games, a lot of high-tension games, heartbreakers, exciting buzzer beaters. Close football games, blowout football games that some, at least in Wisconsin Rapids, will never forget for other reasons other than football. That happened this fall. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Tibbetts to end the second inning. No runs and a base hit, 1 left. We've played 2. 1-0 Rapids. Top of the order, 9-1-2 due up for the Redhawks when we get back on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
9-1-2 due up here for Wisconsin Rapids. Garrett, then Brennan, the Hubers, and then Kromanacher is Nathan against Gavin Renwick. Saw speaking of high school football, saw 2 local teams win state this last fall in Edgar and Stratford. And a 5-3 putout to start the 3rd inning here. Nice play over there by Bailey Houston. Basketball saw Columbus Catholic win its first WIA state boys basketball tournament. A couple of WISA ones, I believe, led by senior Emma Kinichny. A very crazy 4 months for the Kinichneys. Emmett into a car accident at the end of November. Didn't know if he'd ever be able to play basketball again. I think he was perfect from the free throw line in the state championship game, over 30 points. Then just a couple of weeks ago, we had a lot of firsts in state baseball and softball as Huber smashes it to left field. The baseball and softball tournament fields this spring were very unique, especially in softball. You had Division 5 with Oakfield, Assumption, Pacelli, and Thorpe. Combined, they've probably been to state over 50 times. And then you had Division 4, Fall Creek, Coleman, Auburndale, and Cuba City. All 4 teams, their first ever trips to state. As Kromanacher lines this one to left center field. That's trouble. Klisch can't get to it, and Huber will take second. And they're going to hold him at third. And a one-out double for Nathan Kromanacher. Runners in second and third with 1 out for Peyton Nelson. Pacelli won their 2nd straight softball state championship. Fall Creek, their first ever. Division 3, I think it was Prescott for softball. Division 2, it was the team that beat Mosinee. And then Kenosha Bradford in Division 1. Waupun, I think, in Division 2. Look out back here. Popped up. Look out. Yeah, so 4 of the 5 teams that won state in softball is their first ever. And then in baseball, Oliva Strum in Division 4. Lacrosse Aquinas, who always wins, so we're not going to count them. Then Division 2 was Madison Edgewood, who beat Mosinee for their first ever. And then a team that we saw a lot this past weekend, De Pere, won their first ever state baseball championship. And then they came into Wisconsin Rapids and ran over the competition at the Ranger Invitational over the weekend. Game against Eau Claire, the championship game, a little bit closer than the other ones, but talking around the Zaleski Sports crew as Nelson pops it up again. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Peyton. Very likely, we've seen crazier. De Pere did lose last year in the regionals. But if we had to put pen to paper, De Pere and Eau Claire could be a state championship matchup. A breaking ball missed high as Renwick buckled the knees of Peyton Nelson. Just missed a tad high. Again, that AAA state tournament will be in Wisconsin Rapids. The 2-2. Nelson into left and a base hit. And they're going to send Kromanacher. The throw is going to be in time, but no tag had. And Nelson will take second base on the throw. 2 RBI base hit for Peyton Nelson. And Wisconsin Rapids leads 3-0. Speaking of nil, the The Summer Olympics going to be starting up pretty soon. A lot of intriguing storylines for the Olympics this year. It'll be fun to watch. I believe in that's going to be smashed foul into the bullpen area and over the fence as 0-2. This year it's in Paris. 4 years. It'll be in Los Angeles. First time the United States will host a Summer Olympics since Atlanta in '96. That one missed a bit high and outside. They did host the Winter Olympics a while ago in Salt Lake City. Not really any other place except for maybe Aspen or Colorado Springs. As Nelson takes third. Runner at third and one out. There you go. Got the scoreboard up and running. Peyton Nelson at third with one out. And Sangbush flies this one to center. Klisch backing up. Gets a running start. Crow hops and throw in is not going to be made as Peyton Nelson gives a little shoulder shove to Cam McCarrier, who is standing right in the baseline. Sangbush with an RBI sacrifice. 4-0 Wisconsin Rapids. And that'll bring up Tyler Byer. Coach Jason Jones did tell us that there might be quite a few changes tonight. There's a line drive to right field and a catch there by Carter Stanton to end the top of the third inning. 3 runs across on 3 hits. Nobody left. We've played 2.5. 4-0 Rapids. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on the journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Leading things off, Cam McCarrier for the Plover Pterodactyls. A lot of unique names around the Wisconsin sports realm. Pterodactyls, one of the best, I think. There's a swing and a miss, and Jordan Tibbetts picks up his second strikeout. There's one away for Carter Stanton. You have the Anago Post 3 Typhoon for Legion. And then not even going to get into the high school ones. Lots of good ones in the high school realm in the state. As a slow roller to third. Kromnacher on the run, and no play is had. And an infield base hit for the number 9 hitter, Carter Stanton. You saw just how slow that ball slowed down, or how much that ball slowed down. And now back to the top of the order, and Matt Gladusky. Rocky Rococo's Pan-Style Pizza and Pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. Gladusky walked on 4 pitches back in the first, and then he was picked off in a rundown. That was going to be a hit foul, not a play, straight back, and it's 0-2. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. No balls and 2 strikes. Gladusky pops it a mile into the air. Sengbush backing up into the grass and makes an over-the-head catch for the second out. Now Wyatt Blaskowski. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the next career path for you. Some people got umbrellas up. I don't think it's, maybe sprinkling a little bit. I think the biggest issue right now in central Wisconsin or throughout the state, it's not so much the heat, as they say in the 30-point buck, but it's not just the heat, it's the gosh darn humidity and all the bugs. Mosquitoes have been unbelievably unbearable the last week. Again, that goes to the temperature of and with the humidity, and also and a 4-pitch walk to Blaskowski. Also, the very mild, non-freezing, non-snowing winter we had, where the mosquitoes just did not freeze out this year. 2 on now with 2 outs for Bennett Klisch. And Tibbetts has missed 5 in a row. That was popped up. And on top of the net it goes, just to our right. 72 degrees here in Plover right now. Very, very slight wind, a little bit of, there's a couple of raindrops here and there. That one's flowing out and out of play as well. Brewers back in action tonight in Los Angeles. Speaking of the Olympics as well, though, LA, of course, hosting in 2028. Brisbane, Australia. They'll be hosting in 2032. They do not yet have a host city for the Winter Olympics in 2030. Well, spikes in there. Obremski with a nice stop. Los Angeles is going to host their third, Summer Olympics. Fouled back and out of play again. London is hosting their third. Or excuse me, Paris hosting their third this year. Always a fun time. Watch the Olympics. The 2-2 here to Klisch. That was going to be knuckled to shallow right center field. Good job by Fonte to go out there and make the play to end the third inning. No runs on a hit. 2 left. We've played 3. 4-0 Rapids. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, top of the 4th inning we go. I think that's Ryan Searing. He'll lead things off for Wisconsin Rapids. Looks at a strike. A lot of storylines in the Olympics this year. Katie Ledecky in the pool looking for more gold. And that's going to be a throw over to first in time. Nice play there again made by Brady Houston. And there's one away. The USA men's basketball Olympic team this year. A lot of NBA guys, veterans, after what happened to the USA in the FIBA World Cup. After the U.S. got embarrassed, a lot of them said that they're going to play. So NBA Finals finished up a couple of nights ago. We'll see what kind of team that the U.S. can put together. The big storyline out of USA basketball isn't on the men's side, it's on the women's side. And Caitlin Clark being left off the team this year. Let's see how all that pans out. Obremski at the plate drives this one to right field. It's a fair ball. Obremski's going to round first and head to second. And a one-out double for Gavin Obremski. His first hit as a Red Hawk. Runner at second out for Ben Fonte. Track and field is always incredible to watch. I think they have 3-on-3 basketball this summer. surfing, I think, as well. They had surfing in the last Olympics, too. It's the outside corner. I think there's golf this year. Skateboarding, maybe? I know it was in the talks. Skateboarding? Yeah. I know I had heard, I don't know if it's sanctioned this year or not, but somebody had talked about like breakdancing as a sport. All Olympics can be found on NBC and Peacock and all NBC affiliate TV streamers and stations. That's where all the trials are going on now. Or on Peacock, streaming service. Maybe by 2028 when the Olympics are in Los Angeles. Zaleski Sports will be streaming them all. Doubtful. Just hoping that we can get in there. That'd be a 2 weeks, I think it is. The Olympics. Let's see, Google. July 26th to August 11th. Give you the... Must be Little League going on behind us. Yeah. There's a strike to Garrett Huber to lead things off here with a runner at second and 2 outs. Oh, my goodness. Here, we'll go through all these in just a little bit. I was going to be fouled back, 0-2. We'll start with the list here. You comment on what's your favorite. Archery, artistic gymnastics, artistic swimming. I'm assuming that's like synchronized swimming and synchronized gymnastics. Athletics. I'm not sure exactly what athletics is. I thought the whole thing was athletics. Oh, as Huber gets hit on the front shoulder. And I'll bring up Brennan with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Then your typicals. You got badminton, basketball 3-on-3, beach volleyball, boxing. There you go, breaking. Breakdancing, I'm assuming. Yeah, there you go, breakdancing in the Olympics. All right. See what athletics is, too. Oh, track and field, I think. 2 on and 2 out here for Huber. He looks at a ball outside. I think that's, yeah, like the decathlon, or the... I don't even want to try and pronounce it. Now it's popped up. Over to Gladowski at second. He's going to back up and make the catch and end the 4th inning. Rapids doesn't score. Leaves a runner at second and first. We've played 3.5. More with the Olympics when we get back here on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, back to Plover or Paris, doesn't matter. We're talking Olympics here on Zaleski Sports tonight. Where had we gotten to? Oh, breaking. Yeah, and then canoe slalom is like whitewater rafting. Canoe sprint, cycling, BMX freestyle, cycling, BMX racing. It's just a lot like, I'm assuming, a lot like the X Games that happen. Cycling mountain bike, cycling road, cycling track. Cycling track, those guys are crazy. It's just like a quarter mile inside, and they're sideways going around that track. Diving. The swimming events are always interesting. They're always intriguing to watch, and as Kevin Jastrzomski will lead things off, the Asian countries usually pretty good at the swimming and diving, or at the diving anyway. I think there was a couple of years ago that, again, I may be wrong, but I think there was a couple of years ago when the Chinese diving team got in trouble because they were they had kids mostly on the girls' side, or women's side, but they were girls. They were accused of having girls on their team that were way too young, but that's what they train them young for, and they do an excellent job. Don't get me wrong. As Tibbetts misses outside, 1 and 2. Got diving, equestrian, the horse riding, fencing, football, also known as soccer in the USA. Tyler Byer in foul territory is going to make the catch for the first out here in the fourth. Glad you're joining us. Glad you're sticking around with us as we talk nonsense on the Olympics. Golf, handball. Hockey is definitely not a summer sport. Field hockey, yep. Judo, marathon swimming, modern pentathlon, rhythmic gymnastics, rowing, rugby. There you go. Those are some crazy, crazy athletes that play rugby. That's going to be looped into shallow center as Peyton Carlson was about 10 feet off of the infield dirt. And there's 2 away. Sailing, shooting, skateboarding. There you go. I told you, skateboarding. They're just bringing the X Games right into the Olympics. I mean, sport climbing, which just climb, or not just, but climb on a rock wall. Surfing. Surfing this year is nowhere near Paris. I think they have to go to, let's see what, I think they said to, they have to go to Tahiti, I think. Not even close to Paris, but you got to go to the places that have the waves. And there's a strike to Brady Houston. Swimming, table tennis. That's a lot of fun. Those guys are, men and women are crazy. Crazy fun to watch at table tennis. Popped up to Byer to end the fourth inning. 3 up, 3 down. We've played 4. It's 4-0 Rapids. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in. If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Top of the 5th inning we go here in Wisconsin, or not in Wisconsin Rapids, in Plover. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Wisconsin Rapids. And before we continue to get to baseball, other sports to finish it off: swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, normal tennis, trampolining, triathlon, volleyball, water polo, weightlifting, and wrestling. And if any of the women that are on those college volleyball teams play in the Olympics, and they're from the U.S., I can't imagine that any other country would be able to match what the U.S. women's volleyball team would be if a lot of them are on the Team USA. Kromenacher looks at a ball 3-0. But we shall see. Again, all begins on Friday, July 26th. Take in the Olympics and Legion baseball, and Kromenacher will watch this one go foul, just foul, and it's 3-1. Yeah, pretty fun 2 weeks. Especially when they're in Paris or something. You wake up and they're in prime time. 3-1, fouled at the plates. 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to Nathan Kromenacher. Ground out and a double tonight for Nathan. Player manager for the Redhawks. Popped up out of play into the parking lot area. Oh, not quite. Right into the berm over there. Then once the Olympics are over, then 2 of the most fun weeks in summer television happen. Kromenacher again flies it out of play. You can tell me wrong, you can tell me correct, but the last 2 weeks of August or mid-August, when 16 teams from around the world, 16 teams from around the world travel to Williamsport, PA for the Little League World Series. A lot of fun to watch those little guys. A lot of them aren't even little. A lot of them are get some big little guys on those teams. There's a swing and a miss. Kromenacher goes down via the strikeout. There's one away here in the 5th. And that is why they make you present a birth certificate and all sorts of stuff at the Little League World Series. Always been a bucket list place to go would be Williamsport, PA, for a Little League World Series. Last couple of years, they haven't drawn the crowds quite as they had previously. There's been times when there's been, you can't really sell out a place that you don't have to pay to get into. Now it's going to be roped to left center field. Nelson at least with a double. He's going to round first, head to second, and he's going to stop right there. And a one-out double for Peyton Nelson. But there's been times that Little League World Series. That there's been a team from around Williamsport. A couple of years ago, there was a team from New York, and get some big-time crowds at those games. Now Sengbush fouls it at the plate, up along third, and it's 0-1. There's only a couple of states that have never had a team qualify for the Little League World Series. Unfortunately, Wisconsin is one of them. Wisconsin has never had a Little League World Series team qualify for the Little League World Series. They've come close a couple of times. There's been a couple of teams that have gotten into the Midwest or into the championship game of their regionals. And Sengbush flies this one to deep center field. Klisch going back, and it's going to one-hop the wall. And another RBI double for Wisconsin Rapids. Carlson will score. And it's 5-0 Redhawks. You got 5, right? Yep. One of the first, 3 in the third. Yep, 5. So there's been a couple of teams, as Jason Jones will come out and see if he'll take the ball away from Renwick here. Score in the top of the third over at Buchholz Park. Plover nothing, and Stevens Point nothing. Our game 5-0 here. Appreciate you all sticking around with us on the network. And Rapids unable to drive in any runs in the top of the fourth inning. Good to see Jackson Laskowski back out there playing for Wisconsin Rapids. Battling an illness at the end of the high school season and before the summer season. He's good to go, and so is Tyler Byer. The runner at second and 1 out. 5-0 Wisconsin Rapids. Good crowd on hand here in Plover tonight. There's a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Shuta Funeral Home is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shuta Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Runner at second and a 1 out. This is just a bit low. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Allen gets by, a wild pitch. Sengbush will head to third. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays from Wisconsin's finest cheese stop. Goodness gracious. For Wisconsin's finest cheese stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. Byer lifts this one to left center field. Carlson giving it a chase. Now it's going to drop for a base hit. Byer will take a big turn around first. And Rapids adds another one here. 6-0 Redhawks, and that'll do it for Gavin Renwick here tonight. Jason Jones will take the ball away from him, and the new pitcher will be unsure. Nonetheless, we'll take a quick break. Come back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Ryan Searing at the plates with Tyler Byer at first. Josh Marcione. Is that what he said? Marcione? Marcione. See, I forget things. That's high to Searing. I think it's 2-1. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's 3-0, that's what he just said. Good thing we got you around here. And a walk. There we go. We had to figure it out eventually. Runners at first and second now with one away for Gavin Obremski. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are two beautiful child care and preschools in Stevens Point offering early childhood learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. Over in the business park, across from Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Sure is nice to see the east side of Stevens Point, east side of Highway 10 in Stevens Point back and rejuvenated as Obremski dribbles this one over to second for the out. That's Ethan Pesky over there at second base. And that'll bring up Ben Fonte with two away. Where Walmart used to be and Cops on the east side there. Got a lot of new stores over there. The exact same thing is happening in Wisconsin Rapids over by Pick and Save and where Shopko used to be. Harbor Freight, Five Below. What's the other one over there? Marshall's. Yeah, that was a bad one when that one opened. I think my wife and daughter were probably one of the first ones in there. Still not sure if they've come out yet. Oh, they love it. That's all right. As Fonte flies this one out of play, 1-2 strikes. I think the new big addition to Wisconsin Rapids, which is going to be at the end of July. As Fonte flies this one to right center field. Klisch is there and makes the catch. We'll tell you about it when we get back. Rapids scores twice. They leave two. We've played 4.5. 6-0 Redhawks.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
John Carlson to lead things off here for Plover. He flies this one right field side and out of play. The new addition, the old Pizza Hut building in Wisconsin Rapids, is Noodles and Company, opening at the end of July. And Fonte with a diving stop and makes a nice play. He's played on this field many times, as Ben Fonte, with his time with the Black Sox and the Smash Panthers when they've had a couple of games here. So he knows this field very well. End of July, Noodles and Company. Only a couple of pizza places left in Wisconsin Rapids after Polito's left town. I will tell you one place I think is very underrated in Wisconsin Rapids, and I hope that because of the departure of Polito's doesn't hurt their business, is Tropical Smoothie. Very underrated place, I think. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Cam McCarrier. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and a strike. Wheels and deals home. And misses high for a ball. Walk here in the 5th inning. There's a new, in that little complex area over by where Shopko used to be, there's not sure when it's going to be open or when it's going to open because they haven't even broke ground on anything like that over there yet. But another car wash going to go up by in that parking lot, I think. There's a car wash there already. I think they're going to build a new one. Construction going on in Wisconsin Rapids all over the place. Witter Field, they just tore up County Road U and 80th Streets in Wisconsin Rapids. Port Edwards continues to have their construction go on. That's going to be hit into right center field. 2 for 2 tonight is Carter Stanton. Now back to the top of the order for Matt Gladusky. Of course, the construction over here on County Highway B in Plover here. They're working quick, though. They've gotten a couple of lanes open already. I remember when they announced that construction was going to be, I think, at end of September, maybe, or October. That's how long it was going to take. That's, pardon me, that's Ethan Pesky. You got it? Yeah. Glad Olivia's paying attention. Pesky swings and misses. Another Amherst product. The old Lanark jersey. Lanark Lions. Former team of the BABA South Central Division. Folded a couple of years ago. This is low, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Popped up. Shallow left center field. Carlson will call it off and make the catch for out number 2. I'll bring up Wyatt Blaskowski here in the 5th for the Dax. Fun fact about pterodactyls. Dinosaur lesson time, learning time here in Plover. My son recently got into, I shouldn't say recently, it's been about 3 or 4 months, has gotten into dinosaurs, and so I've learned more in the last 4 months about dinosaurs than I had ever previously. Besides pterodactyls being as wide and their wingspan being as long or as wide as it is, they're going to hold the runner at third. Bases are going to be loaded here for Bennett Klisch. So base hit there for Wyatt Blaskowski. I think the more terrifying thing about pterodactyls is that when they stood up on their feet, they're as tall as giraffes. So 10 to 12 feet tall, wingspan just about the same, and they could fly. So, I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. It makes you think that what were the people thinking when they created Jurassic Park? They must have known that they were huge. Yeah, fascinating. And to think that those things were actually walking around, flying around this world, granted 160 million years ago, but crazy. Walls and 2 strikes to Klisch. Not many people or not many what are dinosaur people? Anthropologists? Archaeologists. As Klisch hits this one to Sengbush at second. Tough play. Klisch is fast. He's going to be safe. An error by Sengbush. And Klisch is going to reach. And the first run here for the Pterodactyls. Klisch is very fast. And now we got another 13. A.J. O'Brien. No, they're going to send up Kevin Jastrzomski, pardon me. O'Brien was on deck. But they believe there may have been a couple of dinosaurs in the Midwest, Wisconsin area, but no fossils because after the Ice Age happened and the glaciers came through and wiped them all out, if there were any here. Going to be hit hard to right center field. Another base hit. Kevin Jastrzomski with the hit. Blaskowski's going to score. Stanton's going to score. And just like that, it's 6-3. Klisch from first to third. Stanton and Blaskowski score, and now A.J. O'Brien at the plate with 2 on and 2 out. 3 across here for the Pterodactyls. And then knowing like an animal like a Tyrannosaurus Rex was walking around in Wyoming and Montana and southern Canada. Blows my mind every time. 0-2 here to O'Brien. Ground ball over to second. That's Fonte. And they're going to retire O'Brien to end the 5th inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. There's an error and 2 left on. We have played 5. New score, Rapids 6, Plover 3. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Garrett Huber to lead things off here in the top of the 6th on a 3-0. Had the green light and fouled it off. 3 balls and a strike. Reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by our friends over at Fleet Farm. They have everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selections of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store or at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. Leadoff walk here with Josh Marcioni on the mound. Bring up Brennan Huber, who had a great opportunity in the 4th with 2 on and 2 out, and he popped out to second base. And now his brother stands at first with nobody out. There's a strike. Kevin Dostromsky, the new catcher for Plover. Runner at first is Garrett Huber. The 0-1. Going to be hit over to short. Double play opportunity and no play anywhere. Brennan too fast. Garrett just got there. And got to make sure that Brady Houston is okay over at short. So an error by Houston. Now there's 2 on and nobody out for Nathan Kromenacher, a strikeout victim back in the 5th. No matter the job, big or small, look to Witcher Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done, offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site. Look to Witcher Rentals in Stevens Point. Squares the bunt, pops it up, foul. Warming up in the bullpen is Eli Hahn for Wisconsin Rapids. Eli and Jordan, 2 very good pitchers that have come out of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. Eli, I believe, pitched last year on the Legion team. Kromenacher looks at a ball low and in. Only 1 Rapids game this week for us. Then we'll be back next week with Tuesday and Wednesday for the Legion. There's a strike in the inside corner. One ball and 2 strikes. And we'll have Redhawks next Sunday, I believe. As Kromenacher back up the middle. Houston steps on second and a double play. A 6-3 double. Nope. Did not step on second base. So Huber is still at second. Oh, never mind. Goodness gracious, Brennan. Confusing me. 6-3 double play to get 2 of the fastest guys on the team. Just like that, there's 2 away now for Peyton Nelson. Redhawks and River Monsters, I believe, on the 30th. The Rhinelander Ball Club. Rapids Legion next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Saturday, we get it all confirmed for you. Nelson looks at a ball outside, 2-0. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH20.com. That's CulliganH20.com. 2-0 was popped out of play. Onto the streets. 6-3 Wisconsin Rapids. Scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the 5th. Nelson ropes this one to deep center field. Clishes there near the warning track and ends the 6th inning. No runs, no hits. There's an error and 1 left. We've played 5.5. 6-3 Rapids. Back at for this. Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Caden Thauer to lead things off here for the Dax in the 6th. Eli Hahn, the new pitcher. These two guys have faced off many, many times throughout their lives. Thauer, a Spash Panther and Plover Black Sock, and Hahn over the head, and it's 1-1. Thauer straight back and off of Obremski. Thank you to our game day sponsors, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Thank you to all of our sponsors, all of our viewers. Breaking ball just missed inside, and it's 2-2. I'll give lots of shout outs to our friends over at Lee Ayers Jewelers. There's a swing and a miss. Thauer down with the strikeout. Tom Daly, one of the best jewelry makers, not just in Stevens Point, not just in the state of Wisconsin, but throughout the whole country. Working over at Lee Ayers Jewelers, downtown Stevens Point. Designed and sculpted and made my wife's engagement and engagement ring, and then added on. Tom Daly, an outstanding jeweler. And Hahn tried to go a little bit more sidearm, dropped a little bit lower, and missed poorly. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Carlson spinning out of the way, 2-1. Again, Brewers back in action tonight. First pitch in about 8 minutes in Los Angeles. Taking on the Angels for the 3rd time. See if they get another series win. There's a swing and a miss. Fouled it in the mid, 2-2. Couple of youngsters stepping up last night. Jackson Churio, a inside the park 3-run home run. That was popped up and out of play. And then Sal Freelick with a game-winning catch, taking away a game-tying 3-run home run with 2 outs in the 9th. Brewers went on to win. Tried to check his swing, unsuccessful, and back-to-back strikeouts for Eli Hahn. And there's 2 away now for Cam McCarrier. Nope, sorry. Josh Marcioni, the pitcher. Brewers up 6.5 games, I believe, on second place St. Louis. Everybody's waiting for the downfall of the Crew this year, and after losing Craig Counsell to the Cubs, a lot of young guys, a lot of injuries to their pitching staff and young talent. Garrett Mitchell finally getting healthy again. Had a nice night in Nashville last night. Chopper over to Fonte at second, and that'll end the 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down with a couple of strikeouts for Eli. We have played 6 complete, 6-3 Rapids. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Caden Sengbush starts the 7th inning with a leadoff double for Wisconsin Rapids. And that'll bring up first baseman Tyler Byer with a runner at second and nobody out. Big insurance run out there for Wisconsin Rapids, leading 6-3 over Plover. Reminder that today's broadcast brought to you in part by Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Byer looks at a strike, and it's 0-1. So got confirmation. Brewers up 7 games on the Cardinals. The difference between Difference between first place and second place in just about every division is not very close. In the AL West with the Mariners and Astros, usually the two of the top teams, the Rangers in there as well. The Mariners lead the West by 10 games. Minnesota Twins behind the Guardians, 4.5. And then the Yankees and Orioles are going to be fighting for first place the entire year. In the NL, the Phillies are up 7 games on the Braves, Brewers up 7 games, and the Dodgers up 9.5 on the Padres. So, just a couple of. There's only a couple of close ones, and again, just floors me, blows my mind. Obviously, the Dodgers just spent $1 billion last offseason, and the Phillies spent a lot of money, popped up into right, and an RBI base hit for Tyler Byer. And Rapids adds another one, 7-3 here in the 7th, with Ryan Searing at the plate. But a team like the San Diego Padres that just spends and spends and spends and spends. Really nothing to show for it. The Phillies spent a lot of money and they're winning. They have a lot of pop and a lot of good athletes, obviously. Good players for the Phillies. Like to see it. Orioles up 5-1 on the Yankees. Searing flies this one to center. And there's one away here in the 7th inning. Chicago White Sox is as dismal as you can be. White Sox and Rockies, that'd be a series to watch. Two of the worst run teams, two of the worst teams in all of baseball. Now Gavin Obremski fouls it, and it's 0-1. Brewers in L.A. this week, or tonight's their last one. And Brian Anderson, the play-by-play guy for the Brewers TV, said they're just going to take a bus down to San Diego tomorrow. Take on the Padres for 4. Supposed to be pretty relaxing temperature-wise in central Wisconsin. That's a chopper. Gladusky the throw to first. A nice play over there at short by Matthew Gladusky, and there's 2 away. Byer over to second. 2 away now for Ben Fonte. Reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you by AutoSelect, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair service with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to AutoSelect and you're good to go. AutoSelect right by Buffalo Wild Wings off of Highway 10 East here in Stevens Point. Runner at second is Byer with 2 outs here in the 7th. Fonte right back up the middle. Gladusky is able to get over there, bobbles, and now Byer's going to try and score. And he's going to be tagged out at home to end the 7th inning. 1 run on 3 hits. 1 left on. We have played 6.5. 7-3 Rapids.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi,
this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Nine, 1, and 2 here for Plover in the 7th. Carter Stanton's 2 for 2 tonight. A couple of singles and a run scored. Eli Hahn on the mound. And the first one is good for a strike, and 0-1. Hahn gets Stan to look goofy, swings through it. No balls and 2 strikes. I think Freddie Peralta on the mound for the Crew tonight. Christian Yelich hit his 200th career home run last night in Los Angeles. Of course, the Dodgers spending nearly or over $1 billion was due in large part to what they paid Shohei Ohtani. Beautiful evening here in central Wisconsin. See, maybe alongside Olivia Zimmerman. And Hahn has missed awfully bad the last couple of pitches. Listen to this stat. Brewers hitting just 114 as a team in the last 9 games with runners in scoring position. 9 of 79. And Stan, another infield base hit. 3 for 3 tonight for Carter. That'll bring up Ethan Pesky. So if you're ever down about a high school team or yourself not hitting well, just don't forget that guys being paid an obnoxiously a large amount of money strike out a lot, can't hit the ball with runners in scoring position. The Brewers just hitting 114 as a team the last 9 games with runners in scoring position. And they're still 7 games up in the division. Got him looking at a high strike, and there's one away here in the 7th. Strike number 3 for Eli Hahn. I'll bring up first baseman Wyatt Blaskowski. It's going to be hit hard to left. And a one-out base hit for Wyatt. Couple of singles tonight for Blaskowski. Stan will head to second with 1 out. For center fielder Bennett Klisch. know what kind of reflection I'm seeing, but there's a strike to Klisch. The sky looks orange and pink somewhere from the reflection I'm getting on the windows. Have to take a look in between innings. There's a strike, 0-2. Probably through the window to our left back there. Purple skies, pink skies. Beautiful evening here in Plover. Eli Hahn comes set to Klisch. And Bennett bloops this one to shallow right center. Nelson with the good speed will chase it down. Stanton's going to try and tag the throw. Gets past and hits Jason Jones in the third base coach's box. Blaskowski to third. Or to second, pardon me. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Kevin Jastrzomski. Single his last time up. 2 in scoring position now with 2 outs. And Jastrzomski deep to left field. Searing chasing it. That one's going, and it's going to hit the base of the wall. And a 2 RBI double for Kevin Jastrzomski. A moonshot to left. Stanton and Blaskowski score with ease. That'll bring up A.J. O'Brien. Just like that, 7-5. Where have we seen this before? Rapids Viroqua last Friday. Oh, one of the craziest games of all time on the network. Rapids led 9-0 after the third inning. Gage Honeyegger's pitch count was high. They took him out. Rapids pitching couldn't do much. Rapids bats fell asleep in Legion ball. As Jastrzomski took third base. And Viroqua, to their credit, scored 13 runs in the last 4 innings. Ended up beating Wisconsin Rapids. All in all, 2 coaches got ejected. Players were throwing at each other. Players were jawing at each other. It was a crazy Friday night last week. A 3-0, and O'Brien walks on 4 pitches. And that'll bring up what do I say? Matt Gladusky will be the hitter. There's a good speed on the path. 7-5 Rapids still on top. Missed outside. Originally it was scheduled for a 7-inning game. John Kromenacher told me beforehand. They'll go up to scheduled for a 9-inning game tonight. Throw down to first. O'Brien just back in time. Tyler Byer thought he got him. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. And Hahn misses again. 7 in a row out of the zone for Eli. Big swing and a miss. Gave him the green light. Took a healthy cut. (3-1). Strike 2 right at the letters. Count runs full at 3-2. O'Brien will have a head start. So if Matt Gladusky can get it into the green, O'Brien could probably score with his speed. Pick off to first. The 3-2 popped up. Third base side, look out back there. Yeah, the grass walkway between the sidewalk and the road. 3-2 coming back from Hahn. Fouled back again, back into the screen. More from our friends in De Pere. De Pere Legion went down to Omaha, Nebraska for the weekend. Beat Rapid City, I'm assuming Rapid City, Iowa, 3-2 in 9 innings tonight. So they're still undefeated on the summer season as well. Three-two again from Hahn. He hit hard to right. Back on it is Huber, and he's going to make the catch on the run to end the threat here in the 7th. 2 more runs on 3 more hits and 2 runners left. We've played 7. 7-5 Rapids. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, top of the 8th inning, 7-5 Wisconsin Rapids. Runners at second and third now. Brennan Huber and Garrett Huber, the base runners. Nathan Kromenacher at the plate. High and tight from pitcher Jake Kilszewski. New pitcher for the Dax here in the 8th. It's turned out to be a heck of a game here tonight. Through all of our nonsense talking of the Olympics and whatnot, appreciate you all sticking around and tuning us in here on Zaleski Sports, closing in on 9 o'clock. Game started a little early tonight, too. About 10-7. And Kromenacher walks on 4 pitches. Bases are going to be loaded for dangerous Peyton Nelson. 3 for 4 tonight. A couple of singles and a double for Peyton. Score from DC Everest. Everest Legion leading Wisconsin Rapids 3-1. They're in the top of the 7th. Rapids has had lots of opportunities. Just has not taken advantage of it from what we have seen on the stream. They're in the bottom of the 6th at Buchholz Park. On the other side of town, Stevens Point leading Plover 6-2 in Legion baseball. Of course, our game here 7-5, bases loaded, and nobody out. And just like that, we'll have a new pitcher. Ethan Pesky will be the pitcher for Plover. See what Ethan can bring here for the Pterodactyls. Peyton Nelson at the plate against Ethan Pesky. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Huber, Kromenacher. Great speed on the pass. Corner infield in, middle infield back. Nelson lines this one to right center field. That could score 3. Garrett comes in. Brennan comes in. Nathan right on his tail. And a 2 RBI double for Peyton Nelson, continuing his hot night at the plate. And Rapids gets those big insurance runs. Still nobody out. And 2 in scoring position for Caden Sengbush. 9-5 Rapids. Sengbush tonight. Fly out, sacrifice fly, and a couple of doubles. Still nobody out here in the 8th. I want to give a big shout out to Jason Jones, manager of the Plover Pterodactyls. 1, letting us come here and broadcast the game, and 2, helping us out with pronunciations and scorecards. Again, Nathan Kronacher, Jason Jones, two outstanding scorecard writers. 2-1 now to Caden Singbush. Might not be the final time we're here at Memorial Park for Dax baseball this year. We'll take a look at their schedule. Playing in the BABA South Central Division. And Caden walks on 5 pitches. I'll bring up Tyler Byer. Bases loaded back up. Still nobody out for Tyler. Three on and nobody out. First offering misses a bit high and outside, 1-0. Just past 9 o'clock here in Central Wisconsin. Steam Evans alongside Olivia Zimmerman here at Veterans Memorial Park. Now it's going to be hit to short. That's Gladusky. Bobbles across, not in time. Everybody will advance and score. Will be Kronacher. Nelson to third. Singbush to second. Byer reaches on the E6, and that'll bring up Ryan Searing. Searing a mile in the air. It's going to be an infield fly. Was not called, I don't believe. That should have been what it was. I think the base umpire may have called it. There's one away now for Gavin Obremski. And Obremski into right center field. 2 more will score for Wisconsin Rapids. That is Nelson and Singbush. Byer to third. Obremski stands at first. Got 12? Yeah, all right. 12-5. Wisconsin Rapids, and now Ben Fonte with 2 on and 1 out. The 9th hitter of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids. It's like Nick Weiland getting ready to take a bat. Offering from Pesky. High and in. 2-0. Runners at the corners and 1 out. I think they added 1 too many up on the board. There's a strike, late call strike. I think it was the right call. 2-1. Question for you. Does your roof need attention? Call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They're your hail damage experts, and they serve all of Central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. If you have a recent hail damage to your home or business, Seamless Commercial Roofing is your hail damage expert, and their workmanship is always guaranteed. Call them today for a free estimate. Call Seamless Commercial Roofing at 715-204-8103, 715-204-8103. And another walk. The Rapids hitters will bring up Nick Weiland with the bases loaded and 1 out. Nick did bat against Pittsville last week, I believe. Somewhere in there he did. A good swing and a miss there by Weiland. It's 0-1. Bases loaded, 1 out. Weiland buckled his knees and couldn't pull the trigger, and it's 0-2. Brendan Huber on deck. Brendan would like to take a cut, I'm sure, with the bases loaded. Outside for Weiland, 1-2. I think we got a couple of games tomorrow on the network. Check them out. Check them out. ZaleskiSports.com. Weiland inside. 2-2. Marshfield is at DC Everest for Legion Ball. Wisconsin Rapids comes down here to take on Stevens Point. Just missed inside, not by a whole lot. Wow. Full count now to Weiland. Oh, a makeup call there. Weiland goes down looking. And there's 2 away. I think he knew he missed the previous one and don't like to rag on the umpires a whole lot, but that was not a conventional strike. That one was to Huber, and it's 0-1. Bases still loaded, 12-5 Wisconsin Rapids, top of the 8th. Huber wanted to put that one onto Roosevelt Elementary. Off the end of the bat. No balls and 2 strikes. Jacob Whipfley on deck. Waited back just enough, did Huber, and fouls it. Byer, Obremski, and Fonte, the runners. One ball and 2 strikes now to Huber. Two balls and 2 strikes, bounced in there a little bit. Pesky comes set. Fires home. And a huge swing and a miss. And Huber will go down to end the 8th inning. Big strikeout there for Pesky. They leave 3. They score 5. We've played 7.5. 12-5 Rapids. Back after this, Zaleski Sports.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in. If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
John Carlson will lead things off here in the home half of the 8th inning. Eli Hahn still back out there. 12-5 Wisconsin Rapids here in this non-league matchup from Plover. Rapids scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh, and 5 more in the 8th for their 12. Plover was scoreless until the 5th when they scored 3, and they scored 2 more in the 7th to bring the game at that point to 7-5. And now we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. John Carlson to lead things off. Couple of strikeouts and a ground out tonight for John. Jacob Whipfley, the new third baseman. Hunter Boudreau, the new first baseman. I think Colton Rickaby, I believe, is the new second baseman. Nick Weiland out in right. First offering to Nelson, or Carlson, pardon me. Misses for a ball. Hahn blows a past him, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball and 2 strikes now to Carlson. Two balls and 2 strikes to John Carlson. Again, our schedule for the remainder of the week is as follows. Marshfield at Everest, Rapids at Point. That's Thursday. Friday is Medford at Marshfield for a doubleheader. New Richmond is at Eau Claire for baseball. Toma is at Wausau. Baseball doubleheader on Saturday. And Chippewa Falls will take on the Eau Claire Bears. Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks at the Eau Claire Bears on Sunday. See the article on ZaleskiSports.com about the WIA saying no to the NIL. That was back in April. The board of directors, or the advisory board today, voted down the possibility of even a shot clock being on the ballot for next spring. So it was 6-4, got voted down by the association today. And with that came the conclusion that it wouldn't even be voted upon by athletic directors next April at their annual meeting. Illinois just voted yes. They will have theirs implemented in a couple of years. Eli Hahn misses again, 2-1. Can be hit over to short. Sengbush to second for 1, and it gets into right field. And Carlson will go to third on the error. Houston will reach on a fielder's choice. Carlson will reach on the error. And now the runners at the corners for Carter Stanton, who's 3 for 3 today with a couple of runs scored out of the number 9 spot. Not over by a long shot here. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. 12-5 Rapids. Eli Hahn pumps in a strike. Top of the order due up next. Fouled at the plate. Hahn ahead. 0-2. Ethan Pesky goes to chase it down. On again, try that little sidearm push. They missed high and away. A wild pitch. Obremski chases it down, but Carlson will score with ease. And Houston will get to second. Runner at second and still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Run across for the Dax. And got him looking. Strike 3 called. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order, Ethan Pesky. And Hahn goes to that little sidearm, and that's when he gets a little wild. There's a strike. A little bit 3/4 that time, not quite sidearm. And Pesky swings over the top. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fouled at the plate at a high fastball. Fouled it off. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes with Wyatt Blaskowski on deck. Hahn comes set, looks at his runner, and fires home, and a swing and a miss. And down goes Pesky, and there's 2 away here in the 8th. Bring up Wyatt Blaskowski. A couple of singles and a couple of runs scored in his last 2 at-bats. First one to Wyatt, misses outside, 1-0. There's a breaking ball. Buckled his knees, 1-1. Blaskowski to center. That gets in front of Nelson. They're going to hold the runner, Houston. Another hit there for Wyatt Blaskowski. 3 for 4 today. That'll bring up Bennett Klisch again. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Klisch a fly out to center back in the 7th. Just a bit high and outside. And Klisch to second, gets over the glove of Rickaby. An RBI base hit there for Bennett Klisch. (12-7) now in favor of Wisconsin Rapids. Now Kevin Jastrzomski. Kevin, a moonshot double to left field his last time up. And over to Rickaby at second again. And we'll retire Jastrzomski to end the 8th inning. Couple of runs, couple of hits, couple left on. Played 8 complete, 12-5 or 12-7 Rapids.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Pick up Whiffley to lead things off here for Rapids in the 9th. Followed by Carlson. Whiffley pops it up straight back. Look out back here on the bleachers. And Whiffley behind here. Or evened it up, I believe. Whiffley knuckle to third. Infield base hit for Whiffley. Here to start the 9th. I'll bring up Peyton Carlson with Caden Singbush awaiting on deck. Carlson today has been outstanding at the plate. 4 for 5. 2 RBI double his last time up. Whiffley stands at first with nobody out. 12-7 Wisconsin Rapids here in the top of the 9th. Ball game by all means at the end could be a 3-hour game depending on how this last inning goes. First pitch is at about 6:50, 6:48 or 6:49 I think actually. Whiffley a good lead at first. Stays put as Nelson flies this one into the night sky and out of play, 1-1. Fires home to Carlson, buckles his knees, and it's 1-2 to Peyton. Nelson flies this one straight back. Remains 1-2 to Peyton. Rapids back in action this weekend, actually. They'll head over to Wapaka for the Chain of Lakes tournament, whatever it's called over there. A lot of good teams from Minnesota and Wisconsin be playing at Wapaka. And Whiffley's going to be tagged out at first. I don't think he actually tagged him, but Whiffley is picked off, and there's one away here in the 9th. And Jacob didn't slide back either. Pesky back out of the windup now on the 1-2. Nelson flies this one into the night sky. And out of play again, 1-2. Pesky comes set again and fires. He hit hard into left center. Over on it is Carlson. John makes a nice catch. And there's 2 away on the fly out. Now Caden Sengbush. Caden fly out, sacrifice fly, double walk. 3 runs scored tonight for Sengbush. If Caden's able to reach, Hunter Boudreau would have an at-bat here tonight. Spinner in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. One ball, 1 strike to Sengbush. UW lacrosse ball player. If he's still down there, I believe so. Slow roller to Gladowski at short. Tough play. And it's going to be an errant throw by Matt Gladowski. And Sengbush is going to reach on the air. And now Hunter Boudreau with a runner at first and 2 outs. Boudreau's first at bat tonight. Now it gets off the glove of Ostromski. Sengbush reaches second on the pass ball. Thought about it. Check swing and in there for a strike anyway. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rapids first baseman Hunter Boudreau. He hit bat maybe. No. Kind of sounded that way on Boudreau's swing. One ball and 2 strikes to Boudreau. Spinner, Boudreau ducked out of the way and just missed. 2-2. (12-7) Wisconsin Rapids here in the top of the 9th. Boudreau, Pesky catches it on a line to end the 9th inning. No runs on a hit. So there's an error and 1 left on. We've played 8.5. Plover needs 5. They trail 12-7. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Peyton Nelson going to try and close things out here for Wisconsin Rapids in the ninth against Plover, leading 12-7. Brewers go down in order in their half of the fourth inning. They lead the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim 1-0 through 3.5 in L.A. O'Brien to lead things off here for Plover. And the Dax need 5 against Peyton Nelson, the hard-throwing left-hander. You see right there, pops the mitt for a strike, and it's 0-1. Peyton Nelson, a very accomplished UWSP pointer in his days. At the plate mostly. One of the all-time leading home run hitters at UWSP. And 3 pitches, O'Brien goes down via the strikeout. And a little herky-jerky on the pitch release. Coming out of from a different angle and a little bit more oomph so far from so far here tonight. And now Matt Gledusky looks at a strike. 4 in a row in the zone for Nelson. And Coach Nathan Kromenacher and John Kromenacher. A lot of options on the mound this summer for Wisconsin Rapids. Blows it past Gledusky and so on too. John Carlson waiting on deck. And got him looking. Japers. 2 up and 2 down. A couple of strikeouts will bring up John Carlson. Seven pitches, 7 strikes. Eight pitches, 8 strikes. Nelson a pitch away from an immaculate inning here. Trying to finish it off. Nelson kicks and fires. And he does. An immaculate inning to finish it here for Peyton Nelson. 9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts for Peyton Nelson. And the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks win it here tonight in a final score of 12-7. We'll take a quick break, come back, wrap this one up here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, welcome back to Plover. Final score here tonight: Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks 12 and the Plover Pterodactyls 7. It was a long one. It was a good one. Peyton Nelson finishes it off with an immaculate inning on the mound to retire the Dax in the 9th. With that, we're going to sign things off here tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Nacenville Dairy post-game show here tonight from Plover. For Olivia Zimmerman, this is Steve Mave signing off. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. It's supposed to rain this weekend, so stay safe. We have more games on the network for you tomorrow. Check them all out at ZaleskiSports.com. For all of us here at Zaleski Sports, hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in. Been watching a production of Zaleski Sports here tonight. We'll talk to you again.